Life is full of challenges, and sometimes it feels like everything is spinning out of control. Whether it's the pressure of work, personal struggles, or just the chaos of everyday life, it can be easy to feel overwhelmed. But what if I told you there's a way to remain calm, strong, and unshakable, no matter what life throws at you? That's the power of Stoicism. The Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca, and others, mastered the art of inner peace and self-mastery. Their teachings, developed centuries ago, are just as relevant today as they were back then. In a world that constantly tests your limits, Stoicism equips you with the tools to rise above the chaos and live a life filled with purpose, resilience, and clarity. Whether it's dealing with stress, navigating difficult relationships, or finding your true path in life, the Stoic mindset can completely transform how you approach everything. Strategy 1. Make yourself a priority. You might be thinking, I have responsibilities, people to care for, and work piling up. How can I possibly make myself a priority? Here's the truth. If you don't, no one else will. You've probably heard the phrase, you can't pour from an empty cup, right? It's true. If you constantly put yourself last, you'll run out of energy, focus, and even motivation to handle the things that matter most. Making yourself a priority isn't selfish. It's necessary. It means ensuring that you're in the best shape, physically, mentally, and emotionally, to show up fully for the people and things that matter in your life. Think of it like this. When you invest in yourself, you're better equipped to serve those around you. The stronger and more grounded you are, the more you can offer to others. Start small. Take a few minutes each morning just for yourself. Whether it's meditating, writing down your goals for the day, or simply breathing deeply and setting an intention, these moments create space for clarity and focus. This time for yourself doesn't need to be long. It just needs to be intentional. Begin with self-affirmations. I know it might feel awkward at first, standing in front of a mirror and saying, I am worthy, or I rise above challenges. But over time, your mind starts to believe what you repeatedly tell it. This isn't just about feeling good in the moment. It's about rewiring your brain for long-term resilience, confidence, and strength. Affirmations are small but powerful tools to shift your mindset from doubt to self-assurance. Another crucial part of making yourself a priority is learning to set boundaries. There will always be people or situations that drain your energy, whether it's work demands, toxic relationships, or constant distractions. Learning to say no to what doesn't serve you is a game changer. It's not about being unkind or unhelpful. It's about recognizing that your energy is limited and choosing to invest it wisely. When you say no to the things that don't align with your goals or values, you free up space for the things that truly inspire and energize you. Remember, you're not a backup character in your own story. Prioritize yourself, and you'll create a foundation for everything else in your life to thrive. The better you take care of yourself, the more you can give to others. It's a win-win situation. When you invest in your own well-being, everyone around you benefits. Strategy 2. Enhance your appearance. Now, before you roll your eyes and think this is all about vanity, stick with me. There's more depth here than you might realize. Enhancing your appearance isn't about conforming to society's beauty standards or obsessing over every little detail. It's about showing up as the best version of yourself, starting with how you present yourself to the world. The way you carry yourself reflects your inner confidence and sets the tone for how you engage with others and tackle challenges. When you feel good about how you look, your confidence naturally grows. You walk taller, speak with more assurance, and face challenges with more strength. It's not just about looking sharp, it's about feeling sharp. But here's the key. This isn't about perfection, it's about authenticity. Find a style that feels like you, whether that's a sleek suit, a laid-back casual vibe, or something completely unique. Your personal style should be an extension of who you are and how you feel inside. And don't forget the simple things: regular grooming, neat clothes, and standing up straight. These small details send a powerful message, not just to the world, but to yourself, that you respect who you are and value your own self-care. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, and your appearance is one of those things. When you take care of yourself on the outside, It often mirrors how you feel on the inside. It's a way to say, I'm here and I'm ready. This isn't about impressing others or seeking approval. It's about showing up for yourself. When you dress and present yourself in a way that feels true to who you are, you reinforce your self-worth. You're telling yourself that you matter and that confidence radiates to others. So ask yourself, how can I enhance my appearance in a way that feels right for me? Maybe it's trying a new hairstyle, refreshing your wardrobe, or paying more attention to your posture and body language. Strategy 3, keep a smile on your face. I get it, some days are tough, and smiling might be the last thing you feel like doing. But here's the thing, your smile is more powerful than you think. It's not just about looking friendly. Smiling actually impacts your mood and brain chemistry. When you smile, even if you're not particularly happy, your brain releases chemicals like dopamine and serotonin, which give you an instant mood boost. The best part? It works even if you have to fake it at first. It's your body's natural way of lifting your spirits, even when circumstances aren't ideal. Now, I'm not suggesting you walk around grinning as if everything's perfect. Stoicism teaches us that life isn't about ignoring challenges, but rather about controlling how we respond to them. Smiling in tough situations isn't pretending that everything is okay. It's about choosing your attitude in the face of adversity. That little smile can shift your mindset, help you regain control, and keep you calm and focused, even when everything feels chaotic. And here's the bonus. Your smile has a ripple effect. Smile at someone, and they're likely to smile back, often without even realizing it. It's contagious. Even over the phone or in a virtual meeting, people can actually hear the difference when you're smiling, as it changes the tone of your voice. That small act of smiling can brighten not only your mood, but also the mood of those around you. So how do you make this a habit? Start your day with a smile. Whether it's smiling at yourself in the mirror while you're getting ready, or finding a reason to smile during your morning routine. Then, look for moments throughout the day where you can intentionally smile, even if it's just to yourself. Over time, it'll become second nature. Smiling isn't about ignoring life's challenges. It's about facing them with strength, positivity, and the calm confidence that the Stoics valued so highly. Strategy 4. Maintain kindness while setting boundaries. Let's face it, there will always be people in life who drain your energy, test your patience, or simply don't have your best interests at heart. But here's the key. Just because someone is difficult, that doesn't mean you have to be. Stoicism teaches us the importance of staying calm and centered, regardless of how others behave. It's about maintaining your own sense of inner peace, no matter what external circumstances you face. Being kind isn't about letting people walk all over you or sacrificing your well-being to please others. In fact, true kindness comes with strength. It's about showing respect, both to others and to yourself. You can be compassionate and understanding while still standing firm in your boundaries. It's not an either-or situation. In reality, kindness and boundaries go hand in hand. Think about it. Kindness means giving your best to others. But if you're constantly overextending yourself, saying yes to things that drain your energy, and allowing others to take more than you're willing to give, how much of your best is truly left? You can't pour from an empty cup. Setting boundaries is essential to preserving your energy, so you can continue being kind without sacrificing your mental or emotional well-being. Here's the truth. You don't owe anyone unlimited access to your time, energy, or emotions, especially if doing so costs you your peace of mind. Boundaries are not selfish, they're an act of self-care. They allow you to determine where your energy goes and what you're willing to give. When you set clear boundaries, you're taking responsibility for your own happiness and well-being. And here's the beauty of it. The more you take care of yourself, the more you'll be able to give to others from a place of genuine kindness, not resentment or obligation. Boundaries are powerful because they create healthy space between you and those who might drain you, whether intentionally or unintentionally. This could be a difficult colleague, a demanding friend, or even a family member who tends to cross emotional lines. You can wish someone well and still maintain distance if their presence consistently brings negativity into your life. Remember, Setting boundaries doesn't make you unkind, it makes you wise. Stoicism teaches us that we can only control ourselves, our thoughts, actions, and responses. We can't change how others behave, but we can choose how much of their behavior we're willing to engage with. By setting boundaries, you are actively choosing how you want to engage with the world, and that is a form of self-respect. Boundaries are the ultimate tool for protecting your energy while still allowing kindness to flourish. Here's how you can start. The next time someone makes a request that feels too much or crosses a line, give yourself permission to say no without guilt. A respectful but firm "I'm not available for that" or "that doesn't work for me" is enough. You don't owe long explanations or apologies for setting boundaries. Think of boundaries as invisible lines that protect your emotional well-being. They're a way of saying, "This is where my limits are, and I value myself enough to honor them." One of the hardest parts about setting boundaries is the fear of how others will react. Will they be upset? Will they stop liking or respecting you? These are natural concerns, but Stoicism teaches us to focus on what's within our control. You can't control someone else's feelings or reactions, but you can control how you communicate your needs. And when you approach boundary setting with kindness and clarity, most people will respect you more, not less, for being upfront about your limits. Remember that setting boundaries doesn't mean closing yourself off from the world or being rigid. Boundaries aren't walls, they're guidelines. They help others understand what's acceptable and what isn't, which actually fosters healthier, more honest relationships. People will appreciate your transparency and the fact that you're caring for yourself while maintaining your ability to be kind and compassionate. In fact, when you consistently protect your own peace, you're able to approach relationships and interactions with far more positivity and patience. It's the kind of kindness that isn't forced or performative. It's real, and it comes from a place of balance. Lastly, boundaries aren't just for others, they're also for yourself. Sometimes the toughest boundaries to set are the ones we need to enforce on our own behaviors. For example, you may need to set boundaries on how much time you spend on social media, how often you let work invade your personal life, or how much you overcommit to obligations that don't serve you. These are forms of self-kindness that help you create space for the things that truly matter. So stay kind, but don't hesitate to protect your energy when necessary. Boundaries are a tool of empowerment. They allow you to remain in control of your emotional landscape without letting external forces dictate your mood or well-being. By maintaining kindness while setting boundaries, you strike a balance that nurtures both yourself and those around you. And ultimately, this leads to a more fulfilling and harmonious life, one that reflects the core Stoic value of living in alignment with both your principles and your peace. Strategy 5. Remain calm in stressful situations. We've all been there. Deadlines looming, your phone won't stop buzzing, and it feels like everything is piling up at once. It's easy to let stress take over, but here's the thing. Staying calm in the chaos is your superpower. In moments of overwhelm, keeping your cool gives you the clarity you need to navigate through it all effectively. Stoicism teaches us that while we can't control external events, we can always control how we respond to them. When you remain calm, your mind stays clear, and that's when you make your best decisions. But when panic sets in, everything feels more chaotic and difficult to manage. Calmness is like an anchor in the storm. It keeps you grounded and allows you to focus on what truly matters. One simple technique to help manage stress is breath work. Try this. Breathe in for 4 counts, hold for 4, and exhale for 4. This small, intentional act can instantly calm your nerves and slow down the racing thoughts. Your breath is a tool that's always available to you, and using it mindfully can shift your body out of panic mode and back into control. Here's another Stoic trick for perspective. When faced with a stressful situation, ask yourself, will this matter in 5 years? More often than not, the answer is no. This question helps you zoom out and see things for what they really are, temporary. Stressful moments will always happen, but your reaction is always within your control. By focusing on what's in your power to change, you free yourself from getting caught up in the things you can't control. And remember, Remaining calm isn't about pretending the stress isn't there. It's about choosing to face it with a clear, focused mindset. When you control your response, you don't just survive stressful situations. You thrive in them, emerging stronger and more resilient. Strategy 6. Set your course. In a world constantly trying to tell you what to do, who to be, and how to live, setting your own course is an act of rebellion. It's about taking control of your life and steering it in the direction that feels right for you, not where others push you. But setting your course isn't just about chasing your dreams or doing what feels good in the moment. It's about aligning your life with your values, the things that truly matter to you on a deeper level. So, how do you start? Get clear on your core values. Is it freedom, creativity, family, growth? Whatever it is, these values become your compass, guiding your decisions and keeping you grounded when things get tough. If you're unsure of your values, reflect on moments when you felt fulfilled or proud of yourself. Chances are those experiences aligned with what truly matters to you. Once you know your values, setting authentic goals becomes easier because you're not swayed by distractions or other people's expectations. Success looks different for everyone, so ask yourself, what does success look like for me? What do I want my life to look like 5 or 10 years from now? It's easy to get caught up chasing someone else's version of success, but Stoicism teaches us to live according to our own principles, not society's expectations. Here's the thing, setting your course often means stepping out of your comfort zone. Growth happens when you challenge yourself, and that can feel uncomfortable. But discomfort is where real growth happens. Stoics remind us that obstacles aren't roadblocks. They're opportunities to become better, stronger, and more resilient. Setting your course doesn't mean you need to have everything figured out right now. Life changes, and so will your path. The key is to keep moving forward, stay curious, and be willing to adapt when necessary. Trust your gut, because no one knows you better than you. Stoicism teaches us that wisdom comes from within. Trust that inner wisdom as you set your course and navigate life. Strategy 7. Make your stand. This strategy is all about standing firm in who you are and what you believe in. And trust me, in today's world, that takes courage. Everywhere you turn, someone is telling you how to think, what to care about, and how to live your life. But the Stoics teach us that true strength comes from within. Making your stand is about holding on to your values, even when it feels like the whole world is pulling you in another direction. It starts with knowing your values, inside and out. What matters most to you? What are your non-negotiables? Maybe it's honesty, loyalty, or personal growth. Once you're crystal clear on what these are, it becomes easier to make decisions and take actions that align with them. It's like having a solid foundation. No matter what happens around you, you know where you stand. Here's the thing. Making your stand isn't about getting into debates or shouting your beliefs from the rooftops. It's about living in a way that reflects your values. Your actions speak louder than words. If honesty is one of your values, live it daily. If kindness is a priority, show it through your actions, even when it's tough. People notice when you walk your talk, and that kind of integrity speaks volumes. But standing firm in your beliefs can be hard, especially when it means standing alone. We all want to feel accepted, but Stoicism teaches us that it's better to be true to yourself than to fit in at the cost of your integrity. As Epictetus said, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Sometimes growth requires standing out, even if it makes you unpopular or misunderstood. You don't need to fight every battle, though. Part of making your stand is knowing when to speak up and when to let things go. Not every situation requires you to dig in your heels. Focus on the battles that truly matter, and let the small things slide if they don't compromise your core values. Conserve your energy for what really counts. So how do you start? Get clear on what you believe in, and then make small, consistent choices that reflect those beliefs. Over time, your actions become an unshakable reflection of your values. That strength and consistency are magnetic. People respect you for not just what you believe, but how you live. More importantly, you'll respect yourself more. Plant your feet firmly, know what you stand for, and don't be afraid to live it. even if that means standing alone sometimes. Strategy 8. Nurture your wit. This one might surprise you in a conversation about Stoicism, but humor and wit are powerful tools, especially when life gets tough. While the Stoics are often seen as serious, they understood the importance of maintaining a light touch. Life can be heavy, no doubt, but nurturing your sense of humor helps you navigate challenges with grace and resilience. This isn't about being a comedian or making others laugh all the time. It's about cultivating a perspective that allows you to see the lighter side of things, even when everything feels overwhelming. One of the best ways to nurture your wit is to learn to laugh at yourself. We all take ourselves a little too seriously at times, and being able to poke fun at your own quirks or mistakes shows confidence. It disarms others, puts them at ease, and most importantly, it keeps you from getting bogged down by your own ego. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "He who laughs at himself never runs out of things to laugh at." When you can find humor in your own imperfections, life doesn't feel as heavy. A sense of humor also helps you keep things in perspective. Life is full of little ironies and contradictions. When you train yourself to notice these absurdities, it becomes easier to shrug off the things that don't really matter. Humor helps you detach from situations that might otherwise frustrate or overwhelm you. So, next time things feel like they're spiraling out of control, pause and look for the humor in the situation. Not everything is as serious as it seems. Laughter can lighten your load and help you navigate life's challenges with a little more ease. Strategy 9. Be respectful of everyone. This might sound like common sense, but respect is often overlooked in our fast-paced, sometimes self-centered world. Stoicism places a lot of value on treating others with dignity and respect, regardless of their status, opinions, or actions. And here's why this matters. When you show respect to others, it not only elevates them, but also reflects positively on you. It's about recognizing the inherent worth in every person, no matter who they are or where they come from. Being respectful doesn't mean agreeing with everyone or liking them. It's about acknowledging their right to their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences. You don't have to share someone's beliefs to treat them with courtesy. In fact, some of the most meaningful connections happen when we disagree, but still listen and respect each other's perspectives. The Stoics remind us that while we can't control how others act, we can always control how we respond. Choosing to respond with respect reflects your character, not the other person's behavior. One of the easiest ways to show respect is by simply listening. In a world where everyone's talking, it's rare to find someone who truly listens. But when you do, it makes a huge impact. People feel valued when you take the time to genuinely hear them out, and in turn, they're more likely to show you respect as well. Respect often starts with the simple act of giving someone your full attention. Another part of being respectful is learning to disagree without being disagreeable. We're not always going to see eye to eye, and that's okay. But how we handle those disagreements speaks volumes. You can stand your ground and hold firm to your beliefs without being rude or dismissive. It's all about how you communicate. The Stoics believed in standing firm in their principles, but doing so with calmness and reason. Next time you find yourself in a disagreement, stay calm and focus on the issue, not the person. You'll find that respect can diffuse tension and lead to more productive conversations. Respect also shows up in the little things, being on time, acknowledging someone's effort, or simply saying thank you. These small gestures might seem insignificant, but they show that you value the other person's time, energy, and contributions. Remember, respect isn't about being a pushover. You can be firm while still being respectful. It's about balancing kindness and respect for others with self-respect. When you respect others, you create an environment where they're more likely to respect you too. And in the end, being respectful isn't just about others. It's about becoming a better, more grounded version of yourself. Strategy 10. Set clear parameters. Setting boundaries is essential for protecting your inner peace. Without clear boundaries, you'll find yourself overextended, overwhelmed, and burned out. Stoicism teaches us that we must focus on what we can control, and setting parameters is one of the best ways to maintain that sense of control. The first step is knowing your own limits. What are you comfortable with? What are your non-negotiables? Whether it's the time you spend at work, how you expect to be treated in relationships, or not checking emails after a certain hour, knowing your limits helps you stay aligned with your values and prevents you from taking on more than you can handle. And here's the thing, if you don't set boundaries, people will naturally push them, often without even realizing it. That's why communicating your boundaries is key. Whether it's in a work setting, a friendship, or a family dynamic, be clear about what's okay and what's not. You don't have to explain or justify your boundaries. A simple, respectful no, or this doesn't work for me, is enough. One of the hardest parts of setting parameters is being consistent. Your boundaries won't mean much if you're constantly shifting them. If you say yes to things you don't want to do or let people cross your lines, it not only confuses others, but erodes your sense of control. Consistency builds trust, both with yourself and others. When you hold firm, people will learn to respect your limits over time. Remember, boundaries aren't walls to shut people out. They're guidelines that protect your time, energy, and peace of mind. Setting clear parameters allows you to give your best self to the people and projects that truly matter. So, start by identifying one area in your life where you need clearer boundaries and take action. Whether it's not checking work emails after a certain time or setting limits in a challenging relationship, make sure it reflects your values and priorities. Strategy 11. Eliminate negative energy. This might be one of the most important things you can do to level up your life. Negative energy can come from many sources: people, habits, environments, even your own thoughts. If you're not careful, it can drain you faster than anything else. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and let go of what doesn't serve us. Cutting out negative energy is about reclaiming your mental space and creating room for positivity, growth, and resilience. Start by taking an honest look at the people around you. Who lifts you up and who drains you? Sometimes we hold on to relationships out of obligation or habit, but if someone constantly brings negativity into your life, it might be time to reevaluate how much access they have to your energy. This doesn't mean you need to cut people out entirely, but you can set boundaries or limit contact with those who aren't adding value to your life. But negative energy isn't just about other people. It can also come from within. Pay attention to your self-talk. Are you constantly doubting yourself, criticizing your actions, or expecting the worst? That's negative energy too. One of the most powerful things you can do is challenge those negative thoughts. Flip the script. Instead of focusing on what could go wrong, think about what could go right. Remind yourself of your strengths and be mindful of the language you use with yourself. Negative energy can also stem from your environment. Take a look around. Does your space make you feel calm and productive, or is it cluttered and chaotic? Sometimes a messy environment contributes to stress without us even realizing it. Decluttering your space can help clear your mind. Even small changes like cleaning up your workspace or organizing your home can make a big difference in how you feel every day. Then there are habits. Negative energy hides in time-wasting activities and unhealthy routines, whether it's scrolling through social media for hours or neglecting your health. Be intentional about how you spend your time and energy. Take an inventory of your habits. What adds value and what's just draining you? Cut out what doesn't serve you and replace it with something more positive, like reading, exercising, or simply resting. Cutting out negative energy isn't about creating a perfect life. It's about being intentional with your energy and focusing on what brings out the best in you. Sometimes that means making tough decisions, like letting go of toxic relationships, breaking bad habits, or confronting your own negative thoughts. But the payoff is huge. When you clear out the negativity, you make space for growth, positivity, and peace. Before we wrap up, remember this. Your life is shaped by what you allow and what you cut out. Every decision you make to prioritize yourself, set boundaries, and protect your energy brings you one step closer to becoming the best version of yourself. You have the power to control how you respond to life, and that's where true strength lies. If you're ready to keep building on these Stoic strategies, make sure to check out one of the videos suggested on the screen. It'll take you even deeper into your Stoic journey. Thank you for being part of Stoic Insight Daily. Stay strong, stay grounded, and keep moving forward.